Hey boys and girls, so your first assignment today is to do the quick quiz number 2. So hopefully you did that before you are moving on to your workbook pages. This is just what the quiz looks like. Only do this page. You don't have to do the fluency side of the quiz. So number 1 and 2, you are just going to be adding and subtracting. But number 2, please make sure that you are regrouping because this numerator is smaller than this numerator. So the larger fraction has to be on top in order to solve that. Number 3, you need to write an equation and then solve the problem. Number 4, you just need, number 4, we skipped over this line plot. So I'm crossing off number 4 on the quiz. I'm going to send that message out on Seesaw as well in case you do the quiz before you watch this video. And then number 5, I can't see. I have a bar on the bottom of my screen, so I can't see there is only number 5. Okay, so number 5, you're just going to write that fraction as a mixed number. So how many times does 5 go into 23? And what's the remainder? That would be the numerator, same denominator. All right, so show me what you know, and we will move on to the workbook pages. Page number 311, we are going to multiply a whole number by a unit fraction. That sounds kind of confusing, but it's actually really simple. So hopefully this will be an easy assignment for you guys. And then we have like one more assignment after this and you guys are done. So bear with me and just try and get through it with me. We'll do a lot of it together. So if you have any questions, you can meet me online at 1 o'clock and I can try to answer them for you. All right, the lunchroom at Mandy's school serves pizza every Friday. Each slice is 1/4 of the pizza. So there's the divider right there. All right, Mandy eats 1 slice every week. To find the fraction of a pizza she eats in 3 weeks, you can add, this is the addition, or you can multiply. So if we want to find out how much pizza she ate in 3 weeks, we could add 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 to get 3/4. Or multiplying, you take the number of weeks, 3, and times how many slices of pizza she ate each week. And here you would take the whole number times the numerator, keep the denominator the same, 3/4. So those are the 2 ways that you can solve these problems. Number 1, what fraction of a pizza does she eat in 5 weeks? So first we need to add, and then we're going to multiply to get the same answer. There's just 2 different ways to solve the same problem. So here's a picture for us. The pizza is divided into 4 pieces. So how much does she eat in 5 weeks? So she eats 1/4 of a pizza every week. So it'd be 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need one more. I'm going to add it over here. That's 5. So that's 5/4. Right, here's 1 slice. That's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So she eats 1 whole pizza and then 1 slice of another pizza in 5 weeks. Now to write it as a multiplication problem, we're going to write the number of weeks, 5 weeks, times how much of the pizza she ate each week, which is 1/4. You're going to multiply the whole number times the numerator to get 5/4. So if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, you know that you have more than 1 whole, right? Which this picture shows. You have 1 whole plus 1 piece of the 4. So the answer is 5/4 or 1/4. I'm sorry, 1 1/4. Okay. So number 2, what fraction of a pizza does she eat in 11 weeks? I want you to try to solve that on your own. So you're first going to write it out in addition, just like this. Next, multiplication. Okay, show me both ways, just like up here and here. This is addition, this is multiplication. Show me both ways that you can write that problem out. Number 3, draw a model for each problem and then solve. If you don't want to draw, that's okay, but you can. How do we solve 2 times 1/3? You're going to take the whole number times the numerator, so 2/3. The denominator stays the same. Let's do one more together. Number 4, 6 times 1/5. The whole number times the numerator. The denominator stays the same. Oh, look at this. The numerator is bigger, so that means we have more. We have 1 whole plus some extra. So how many times does 5 go into 6? 6 divided by 5, it goes in 1 time. 5 times 1 is 5. You have 1 left over. So your answer would be 1 whole and 1/5. So you can write it as an improper fraction, which is 6/5, or you can write it as a mixed number, which is 1 and 1/5. Okay. You guys do number 5 on your own. Let me see what you get. Number 6, draw a model for each fraction, then write each fraction as the product of a whole number and a unit fraction. Okay, so here we go. Here it's showing 3/5. How are we going to write it out like these above problems? I'm going to erase this here. Like number 3, how are we going to write number 6 like number 3? So what number times 1/5? You're going to use the numerator. So 3 in this case. 3 times 1/5 equals 3/5. Let's do number 8 together. 8/3 equals, this one has 2 blanks, so we have to fill in this number and this number. 8, because that's our top number, times 1/3, because 8 times 1 is 8, same denominator, 8/3. That matches that number. Number 8, I'd like you guys to do on your own. Let me know how that one goes, and we will switch to the next page. Page 312. A whole number multiplied by a non-unit fraction. Here we go. The lunchroom at Joe's school serves sub sandwiches every Thursday. Each slice is 1/6 of a sub. Joe eats 2 pieces, or 2/6 of a sandwich, every week. So here's the sub sandwich. It's broken into 6 pieces. Okay, so each section is 1/6. Joe eats 2/6 every week. So we need to solve each problem first by adding and then multiplying, just like we did on page 311. Write your answer as a fraction and show your work. All right, here we go. Number 9. How much did he eat? So in 3 weeks, how much did Joe eat? So each week he ate 2/6. 2/6 plus, oops, that should be a 2. I was thinking too fast. 2/6 plus 2/6. That equals 6/6, or that's the same, numerator and denominator are the same, that equals 1. So he ate a whole sandwich in 1 week. Now how can we write that out as a multiplication problem? So start with how many weeks? 3 weeks times how much did he eat in 1 week? 2/6. That equals 3 times 2 is 6 over 6, or 1 whole. So that's how you write it in an addition problem and a multiplication problem. Number 10, what fraction of a sandwich does Joe eat in 5 weeks? Okay, so let's do this. We need to remember how much he eats every week. And we're going to use that number repeated. 2/6 plus 2/6, and that's 5 weeks. So we got to do this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. Now we add them together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10/6. Now let's write this out as a multiplication problem. How many weeks? 5 times 2/6 equals 5 times 2 is 10 over 6. The numerator is bigger, so that's an improper fraction. So we can change that to a mixed fraction, or a mixed number. So 10 divided by 6. 6 goes into 10 one time. 6 times 1 is 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. So 10/6 equals 1 and 4/6. So he ate 1 whole sandwich and 4/6 of another sandwich in 5 weeks. All right, number 11, draw a model for each problem, then solve. So you can go ahead and draw a model if that's easy for you to visualize. That's like up here, like what this looks like. You can draw a picture, or you can just solve the problem, whichever is easier for you. All right, number 11, 4 times 3/8. How do we solve that? So 4 times 3 is 12, denominator 8. The numerator is bigger, so we need to change that into a mixed number. So 12 divided by 8. 8 goes into 12 one time. 8 times 1 is 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. So you have your remainder of 4. So that becomes your numerator. So the answer would be 1 and 4/8. That's your denominator. All right, number 12 and 13, I would like you to do on your own. Show me how to solve these two problems. Number 14, solve and then write your number as a fraction. So same thing as we did up above. How do we solve number 14 and write this as a fraction? So 8 times 3 is 24 over 4. I think you guys, let me see here, you should be able to solve the rest on your own. 18 times 2, if you don't know that in your head, write it out like this to solve, and then it would be over 3. Same thing with 10 times 5, 4 times 5, 15 times 3. Just write them out as multiplication problems if you need to, if that helps you solve them. Okay. That should be it. There's no other assignment. This is part 1, so we'll continue on this same lesson next week, and then that will be it for math. So 6, 7 is our last unit. So you also have Think Central, and I think it's like 3 problems, so everybody should be posting that, okay? 6.7 part 1. Please make sure you complete these 2 pages, the quiz and Think Central. And it sounds like a lot, but we did most of this worksheet together. Think Central is about 3 problems, so you basically have like 4 problems on the quick quiz and then a little bit of this. So it's not too much work, and I know you can do it. If you have any questions, I will log on to the Google Meet at 1 o'clock. All right, guys, I'll see you then. Bye.